Some places on Earth seem to break the rules of nature, not because they are dangerous, not because they are extreme, but because they look impossible. Imagine standing before a mountain covered in red, orange, yellow, white, and gold stripes. The colors stretch across entire hillsides like giant brushstrokes. It looks less like geology and more like a painting. Many people who see these mountains for the first time assume the colors have been edited. Others believe they must be the result of some unusual human activity. But every color is real. Every stripe is natural. And the story behind them began hundreds of millions of years ago. This is one of the most colorful landscapes on Earth, a place where mountains look like giant rainbows frozen in stone. This is the story of China's Rainbow Mountains. Hidden within northwestern China lies one of the most extraordinary geological wonders on Earth. Zhangye Danxia Landform Geological Park covers a vast region of colorful ridges, hills, and mountain formations. The landscape seems almost unreal. Long bands of color flow across the terrain. Red blends into orange. Orange fades into yellow. Yellow transitions into pale white and gray. The patterns stretch for kilometers. Unlike a rainbow in the sky, these colors don't disappear. They are locked into the rocks themselves. Standing here feels like walking inside a giant work of art. Yet no artist ever touched these mountains. Nature created every detail. The secret behind these colors lies deep within Earth's history. Hundreds of millions of years ago, this region looked completely different. Rivers flowed across ancient landscapes. Layers of sand, mud, and minerals accumulated over vast periods of time. Each layer contained different materials. Iron-rich sediments created reds and oranges. Other minerals produced yellows, whites, and darker shades. Year after year, century after century, these layers grew thicker. Eventually, they hardened into rock. At this stage, the colors were already there, but they remained hidden beneath the surface. The mountains we see today had not yet formed. Nature was still preparing its masterpiece. Then came one of the most powerful forces on Earth, tectonic movement. As enormous geological forces reshaped Asia, the Earth's crust began to buckle and rise. The ancient layers of rock were pushed upward, folded, tilted, and exposed. Imagine taking a stack of colorful papers and squeezing it from both ends. The layers bend and twist. Something similar happened here. The once flat sediments became mountains, but the colors were still partially hidden. Another force was needed to reveal them fully. Wind and rain became the final artists. Over millions of years, they slowly carved away the surface. Soft rock disappeared. Harder layers remained. The colorful bands became visible. Ridges formed. Valleys emerged. Patterns appeared. Every storm contributed to the process. Every rainfall revealed a little more of the hidden colors. The landscape was not created overnight. It was sculpted grain by grain. The result is one of the most visually spectacular places on Earth. A natural painting created through time itself. One of the most fascinating things about these mountains is that they never look exactly the same. The colors shift throughout the day. Morning light produces softer tones. Midday sunlight reveals sharper contrasts. Sunset can transform entire hillsides into glowing shades of gold and red. Clouds create new patterns of shadow. Rain can intensify the colors dramatically. This means every visit offers a slightly different view. The mountains are constantly changing their appearance without ever changing their structure. It is one reason photographers travel from around the world to witness them. When people think about masterpieces, they often think about paintings, famous artists, historic works, human creativity. But the Rainbow Mountains challenge that idea. No painter mixed these colors. No brush created these patterns. Nature did everything. The pigments came from minerals. The canvas came from stone. The artist was time. For hundreds of millions of years, Earth patiently assembled this landscape, and the result is a masterpiece large enough to be seen from space. The Rainbow Mountains of China remind us that some of the most unbelievable things on Earth are completely natural. No filters, no paint, no special effects, just minerals, pressure, wind, rain, and hundreds of millions of years. Together, they created a landscape that looks more like art than geology, a place where mountains became rainbows, and where nature proved once again that reality can be stranger than imagination. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe to Unreal World Facts for more hidden wonders, extraordinary places, and unbelievable stories from around the world.